Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and peasants of all ages, when the four swordsmen unsheathed their mighty swords and thrust them so the four tips touch, the commoners drip from the floods of their thunderous power.
And we should be live.
Oh no, I'm starting to have flashbacks from 4 hours ago last night. Wait. Pause.
Oh God. Oh no. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Well, at least we didn't introduce ourselves yet, and then nobody would have heard that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we are a trolling channel, so that's why I said, well, this is a stream where you just see our avatars, but we all just talk in here.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I mean, it still would be funny because they can see all of our green outlines whenever one of us talks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you can hear us now.
Yay.
Right.
Welcome.
Either that or just put up the if we have a fail like this again, next time have that premiere video queued. So just play that and confuse the hell out of them.
Yeah, just do it in loop.
Yeah.
Right.
We know you can hear
Just
us.
have the
Drew.
count.
We're just fucking around right now.
Just have the countdown thing keep going like on Terry's channel.
Yeah.
The only
Switch it
channel
back.
where we talk about fucking our own subs over and trolling them.
It's a good thing they can't hear us, because otherwise we'd probably lose some of those subs. I mean, they're all dicks
that's
anyways.
77 subs that we worked so hard, just poof, gone. No,
They
but
act like we can't find new people. I mean, geez, we're hilarious. Look at
exactly.
new people. As it goes quiet.
Fuck this community. I'm gonna go make my own community with blackjacks and hookers. You know what? Fuck the blackjack.
That actually, that sounds like a community I want to belong to.
Same.
It just comes up.
All right. Well, thank you guys for showing up.
Have a good day.
Have a good day. Despite our audio issues, we're now just gonna leave.
Yep. That's the last of our stream. We're done.
Bye.
The earth is flat. We like beards,
I'm gonna follow suit, but nope.
The moon is plasmanary. Plasma and imaginary at the same time.
What did I come back to?
Yeah.
Well,
Tiny
no,
Captain.
the-
It's because I got a new headset and a new microphone thanks to Bowhammer, so I sound a bit better.
Oh,
I
better.
decided that I like the blue so much that I'm going to slowly start getting all of the swordsmen their own microphone.
Ooh.
Tanner, you're next.
I got one.
You
Oh,
got
yeah,
one?
but-
I haven't even
You sound pretty good.
set up that microphone yet. I'm still using the headset one. I'm almost scared to take the microphone out because the gremlin that's around here might get her hands on it.
Yeah.
And don't want that
Mm.
happening.
That's fair. Your audio is still significantly better.
Oh God, yeah, you sound fantastic.
Yay!
Oh.
Wait,
Very
people
good.
can hear me. Shit.
They can hear you shit. You shit pretty loud then.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I don't think that's
sometimes.
the right AMSR.
No.
It's usually after pizza.
I guess we know LittleWolf's diet. It's mostly beans now. No, but
Raptor.
I don't think any of us actually brought a ton to talk about. So I'm going to address a couple of people who are new here. WebBard and a couple others that came over from Seek Truth's channel. I went on there for a really good live stream. I'll post a link to it. And there was a asshole named Edward who came in and tried to argue that all Muslims are terrorists. He is a moral absolutist and a Christian. So obviously that neither of those sat well with me. But I'm not sure how many of you guys saw that. Tanner, I know you did. Did anybody else see it?
No.
Hey, folk,
No,
let
I
me
missed that one.
cut you off there for just a second. We want to tell YouTube, just to make this clear, we have nothing against the Muslim people or anyone else. We disagree with these statements. Go ahead and continue, Fo.
Yeah,
I just want the YouTube gods not to get mad.
Thank
I was
you,
gonna
Mute.
say,
Yes.
Seek Truth made sure to say a lot of that too, that these were these aren't necessarily his opinions and they're just people talking, and that just understand that we are not persecuting any group whatsoever by what we're talking about. Go ahead.
Oh, and WebBard didn't come from STSD, but that one surf guy in the chat, I think he might have. He seems new.
He's been
seen him
a
in
follower of
community.
STSTs since he started, I think.
And that nickel guy, yeah, fuck no, he's not new. He's like a cancer, doesn't go away.
We have another one of those too. I think his name's Kevin. We've already said that he can't. He said we can't get rid of him.
Oh, but we'll try. Don't worry, Kev. Wait, what?
Oh, that weird one, that weird Sheffen.
Yeah, Sheffin.
Yeah,
Sheffen.
Hey, Tusk.
Steven.
Yeah.
No,
I actually
Steve.
called him that once, unironically, and I feel so bad now.
Oh.
So that's what it looks like.
So I also have something to bring up, and this would have happened to a lot of you guys now, is how many of you have been moderated by YouTube moderators and not even a mod on a channel?
Yes,
Oh.
actually.
We were watching Hugh
Not yet.
Jarse's channel the other day, and he literally went to type in "show me your corgis," and the Google moderator deleted that. So we had to go show ... me ... your ... corgis, and then it would play it. Why is it modding "show me your corgis"?
That's
Tanner,
weird.
you don't know the slang? Show me your corgis.
No, the youth have not taught me anything.
Yeah, that happened to me on Terry's channel last night when we were watching, and I was waiting for the stream to start, and like jokingly, I put down, I'm pushing every button on my keyboard one at a time, and then underneath that, I put one of these buttons should make it go, and for some reason, that got deleted by the Google mod.
That's
I was
ridiculous.
I was referencing a meme in one of the live chats. I think I sent everybody the submarine meme with the Titanic, and I was explaining why it was absolutely hilarious and fucked up at the same time, because they turned the Titanic into an iceberg turned the Titanic into a submarine.
Mhm.
But because I used the word sub, it got cut by the Google moderation team.
Yeah.
Wow. So I'm going to try this again. I'm going to write exactly what I wrote last night when we were doing Terry's stream at the start. When LittleWolf got his done, I pushed, and I found one that stopped me as well. I'm going to try it here and see if it works. Sorry, mute.
I tried one. I think during
There we
my
go. Taken down.
yeah
I
during
wrote
my
mute donkey naked in a mirror.
wow.
Yep.
So you got to start getting creative with some of these things. I think during my skydiving video, I think like who wouldn't love those views, and I think that got modded. Like what word in there was so wrong that they had to get rid of it.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
what's wrong with saying naked? Or I had boobs the other day, got taken down.
No,
Boobs.
Yeah, I'm going
What?
to start writing boobs.
Would
I
you
just
say, Wolf?
typed out my sentence, and it worked here and not on Terry's channel. One of these buttons should get it to start.
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah, there we go. Nichols got it.
Giggity.
Question mark?
No,
King
yeah,
Crew,
that one
it's-
works too, Tusk.
We let Mute Donkey in here because we pity him. He has nothing else to do with all of his time, so we
Yeah.
might as well just let him hang out with us, part of the cool kids.
He
'Cause,
needed a
nobody
break
else
from
lets him do
Red's videos.
So anybody on AT2's channel might have noticed a change in names, and I have become the Lurky Fairy. Don't ask
Yeah.
why. There's been a bunch of shenanigans over there, but yes. So I am everywhere, lurking in the
Okay,
shadows.
so no, I am going to ask. When I was watching Star Trek with you guys the other day, I did notice a few fairies in the server. What's going on?
We're all fairies. The
I
servant
know.
fairy came by and made us all fairies.
Oh my god.
Oh, I'm almost scared to see what type of fairy I am on there.
I'm not a fairy yet.
Yeah, I might cry a little bit if I wasn't hit. Yeah, I'm crying now because I wasn't hit.
Yeah, you want to be fairy.
Yes, I do, I guess.
Mwah, 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 mwah.
Oh, well.
Anywho, what kind of crazy videos have people watched this week?
I've seen this pretty cool one by a Skydiver, but it wasn't crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You guys know me. I do a lot of gaming. I don't really watch videos that much anymore.
Yeah, I was watching this one channel. I've never been there before. It was Alien X,
Ah, yeah, that guy.
and he had this weird DarkSteve guy on for COD, and it was just fucking horrible.
It was amazing. I think Steve got 9th that game.
We must have been watching two different streams then.
Sounds like you crossed the streams.
Yeah. Where
So-
did you guys put all them other videos that we had? Oh, yeah, entertainment and all that. What have we got
Well-
in there that we're allowed to play?
I don't know. I will jump
Mm.
to, our nemesis, being
Good.
told to go and off himself. As much as he is our nemesis, that's pretty messed up for someone to say. I mean, Pratt has
It is.
really gone off the deep end. I mean, if he really thinks that the people who are supporting the globe Earth should go jump off a cliff and prove gravity, I could do him one better. I could go even higher up for him and jump out and prove gravity for him.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be perfectly safe, assuming you use a parachute.
Yeah, but I mean, he's gone massively off the deep end.
So Pratt, I'm seeing it more and more with a lot of the flat earthers. They're quickly starting to slide towards some serious mental health issues.
Yes.
And I think that this is representative of the US's failing mental health system.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
And
They
lockdown doesn't help either.
No. Lockdown, as much as I hate to say it, and I'm going to say it, but I don't mean it in the way that most people are going to take it, lockdown needs to end. But it needs to end once the virus is over, so people can have a social life. We're all social creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, and I have to say this again for YouTube, I don't mean that lockdown is a bad thing. I'm not against the lockdown that we have currently. It is a very good idea, and it is very smart. It is just very taxing on individuals.
Yeah, it's not where he's saying, oh, let's end it and I'll go out and spread more shit around. It's just saying it should end as in, let's do what the hell we need to do to get this over with as fast as we can. If it starts to spike again, God forbid people stay the hell home and wear your mask.
Too many
Yup.
Karens.
Yeah. But
And
you know-
it's never going to happen until we all get vaccinated, though.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So right now-
the one thing that is getting kind of annoying, Chase has told me, where people come into his work and they tell him, "Oh, it's okay, I've been vaccinated," as to why they're like not wearing masks. It's like, one, how are you going to prove that? And two, did you not know that you could still be carrying it and pass it on to other people? I don't know.
In fact, they don't know whether or not the vaccine fully protects you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of issues with specifically the Pfizer vaccine right now. The other ones seem to be better.
I do want to make a slight correction. It's not that it doesn't fully protect you. It's that it doesn't fully protect everyone.
Right.
Like
Thank
like
you.
that's what the
yeah,
whole
that's-
efficacy of the different vaccines are and
Right.
Yeah.
stuff like that. Which I'm sure is what you were getting at. I just
Right.
That's definitely what I meant, but I didn't say it properly. So thank you very much, Mute. But the Pfizer vaccine is there's a couple studies out that I found. I'll have to find them back, and I'll link them in the Swordsman when I do. It can cause erectile dysfunction. Now, here's the weird part. Pfizer's also the company that makes Viagra.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy, man.
I was going to say it's a new conspiracy getting pushed out.
While I don't think it was done on purpose,
well,
I
the
think
thing
it was...
is,
Go ahead,
COVID itself can cause, like, if you catch COVID-19, you didn't have the vaccine, you catch COVID-19, you go through it, it's known to cause erectile dysfunction long term. So if you're getting the vaccine that basically has, traces of COVID-19 in there, yeah, that would be one of the side effects, I would imagine.
Exactly. And I'm not saying like it was done on purpose, and I'm not saying that there's anything they can do about it. I'm just saying it's kind of one of those weird coincidences.
Yeah. I'm going to jump back
blue
to
pill philosophy.
Blue pill philosophy. I'm going to quick jump back to a message Tusk said, Pratt is struggling because he's a welder fabricator and he can't work. I think his wife left him and he has no outlet for his anger than YouTube. And this could be very true. Mental health plays a massive role on what roads we start to go down. I've been on furlough for a year and not working, and some things haven't been the brightest on my end, but he's gonna have to learn how to channel that energy into something else. Maybe if he were to actually take the time and really research, truly get into learning about why we believe in the globe earth and prove that it's a globe earth, maybe he wouldn't be so angry. Or if he wouldn't continue down this rabbit hole that he goes down, he wouldn't be so angry. So there's a mixed bag of things that could be going on where, maybe his wife left him and it's not working, all plays a role, but he's also not helping himself by continuing on the path he's going on. And if this is the case, he needs to just man up and find someone to truly talk to who will listen to him and can try to help him through this situation or this time. Because it's going to get really nasty if he keeps going where he's going.
Yeah. Something Pratt doesn't realize is that he is in a country with a lot of people who are gun owners. I'm not saying they're going to do anything to him. I'm going to say he's going to try to do something, and it's going to be to the wrong person. And that's not a threat towards Pratt. That's me genuinely being concerned for his safety. This is... There's a lot of serial killers. And... yeah, I'm probably going to stop trying to... So anyway, stress management. Very important. No. Yeah, okay. But, no, but I agree. If Pratt can't do anything with his time, such as welding, fabricating, because that is what he did for a living, maybe find something else, like brewing kombucha or learning how to make soda. There's a ton of different things that you could have done and taken the time that you had with the lockdown to kind of channel some of that rage and whatnot. And while I do agree, King, that sex is the best stress manager, he lost his wife, as in she left him, apparently, according to Tusk. If he did, that's kind of a bit difficult for him at the moment.
What also gets frustrating is it's when you start to, this is the problem with allowing sometimes conspiracy theories or misinformation to continue to be on a platform without any sort of moderation. I know they've been moderating certain things more so recently, but for a long time, you go and you allow things to go on without moderation. When it finally does start to implement moderation, then all of a sudden there's a conspiracy in that aspect. So it's, if it would have been something that would have just been shut down right away and been told as we remove this because of false information right off the bat or untruths, yes, they could possibly still say, they're stifling us, but where are they going to be able to say that if it's already being shut down from the get-go? So when things like this start to happen more and more, dear Lord, when things like this start to happen more and more, then they only get worse and worse and worse, because now it's definitely people trying to be against them and out for them and stuff like that. What is very disconcerting is claiming that you're a Christian and a good person, and then you go and you tell people to off themselves.
Yeah, that is never acceptable under any circumstances whatsoever. No. So Mute and I are both veterans. So what I'm about to mention something that's very close to both of us. 22 veterans a day kill themselves. And I've lost more friends to suicide than I have to the longest running war in US history. More soldiers kill themselves monthly, and by soldiers I'm including everybody in the military. It's just kind of a catch-all phrase for me. But they, in 1 month, more soldiers kill themselves than in almost a year of fighting. And it's definitely ridiculous. That's why organizations such as 22 Until None are so important. That's why people like Pratt really need to be shut down when they say shit like that. Because suicide does affect people. It's affected every single person in this panel, directly or indirectly. It's affected every single person in this live chat. Whether we've thought about it, experienced it, attempted it, or whatever. People like Pratt that actively go out of their way to tell other people to commit suicide really grinds my gears. I'm sorry, I took that into way too serious of waters, so I apologize.
No, you're good.
All good.
It's truth. But anyways, LittleWolf, did you have something to say?
Oh no, not really. I'm just kind of sitting back enjoying the conversation, actually.
I'm having fun trying to treat a YouTube. Did you know you're not allowed to say cream skeptic in your mouth?
Well, I don't think you should say that in the first place, period, regardless of Google moderator. That's just wonderful.
Oh,
yeah. So let's move on then, maybe from this topic, bringing it up and talking about how people are kind of going down really horrible paths. That was just one video that I saw this week. The other one too is the wonderful Multi Tom has put out 2 videos that I have recently saw, and they're hilarious. The one goes against Simon Dan's challenge to flat earthers for $5,000, and Multi Tom goes after Simon Dan and the things that Simon Dan wants him to do, and he says, well, these are impossible to do. Well, why are they impossible to do? Because we live on a globe. That's why they'd be impossible for you to do Multi Tom. That was kind of the whole point of his challenge. And so during his little rebuttal to Simon Dan, he basically proves the globe. It's hilarious.
Nice.
Multi Tom Tom is 100% a Poe, I think. I don't think there's any way around that.
Well, then his other one is talking about how the sun doesn't produce heat, which, energy, which I guess we would interpret as heat. But he has a big long video about that, and it's just funny because he'll say something and he's like, wrong. And it's just like, dude, no, you're wrong.
Kind of sounds like that guy we were watching last night, Mute. The one with the Dyson sphere.
Oh, no.
What did he say the sun was made out of?
Oh,
just electrons.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Was that on MC Toon's channel? Yeah, okay, I saw that one. I was watching with you guys.
Oh, I missed that one. Sorry, guys, it's silent right now because Mute Donkey is talking without unmuting himself, so it sounds like the stream is just quiet at that moment.
Yeah,
and we're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, I understand
exactly.
now. And we're responding
like
to
ourselves.
No, put them back on.
Mute actually works for the Beardsmen to troll us, asshole.
Yeah. He's a double agent.
Fucking Mute.
But yeah, it was.
I'm a triple agent. I work for myself. I troll everyone.
And he just said he's a troll and he trolls everybody, but we have no evidence of this because he's not on. Oh, okay, good. Finally. That's okay. I'm going to start recording our conversations from my side so we can get you into this.
Yeah.
Exactly. My non-existent channel right now.
Yeah, hurry up with that.
I got a couple things I really am looking at doing, and I'm kind of torn. So I want to do a, gun AMSR stuff. That seems pretty cool. But I also want to go explore my other hobbies that I have, like homebrewing. I don't talk about it much, but I was a master brewer at a distillery.
Nice.
And one of my favorite channels, not related to firearms and not related to this community, is called Barley and Hops, and then another one called Still It. Still It is a Kiwi that distills his own liquor. It's the only country in the world where you have mass production of distillates being done by the general populace. Here in America, we can make alcohol for our own personal use, but we can't put it in a still. And there's a couple reasons for that, but the biggest one is tax. The ATF gets a fuckload of tax revenue for the government, because that bottle of alcohol you're drinking, the reason why it's so expensive is because there was a 20 to 50% tax put on that single bottle based off of its ABV. And typically it's like 20 to 30, somewhere in there. Because you don't find a ton of ridiculous spirits like Everclear being sold in bulk.
Sorry, Facty, in the comments.
I'm sorry, I kind of took over this, but I want to hear from the rest of you guys.
Facty says, I'm a master baiter. Yes, I fish. Oh,
yeah, that is true.
I missed that. I also seen her say poo hammer.
But I'm trying a really small batch of a special mead that I'm brewing. So for those of you who know, there's the whole Globe Conference going on. Irish Demon is coming up to, I believe, Illinois. He's seeing Alien X, and then he's coming over to Muskegon. And him and I are going shooting, and then we're going down the Eastern Seaboard, going to some cool areas, and then going to Texas, where we're going to meet up with everybody else there. So we're going to be doing a series of videos on that as well. But I have something called a Melomel that I'm brewing right now. It's mead made with fruit. Right now, due to it being the middle of the winter, I can't get good fresh fruit. So I can't brew with fruit. So I'm using extracts and juices right now, which is better in my opinion. So it is a tart cherry apple cider or Melomel. Cider is specifically a cider made with honey. And in 1 gallon of honey, I'm using 4 pounds of one gallon of mead. I'm using 4 pounds of honey.
Ooh.
Oh, come on. Who's got control of the channel? How can you get away with that just because you put dots in it?
Steve, was that you?
That wasn't me.
It was Steve.
Anal leakage out hemorrhoid infested sphincter.
What was that?
Never could be Tanner. Tanner would never do that.
I typed it like 3 different times before it would put it out.
My guess would have been Biscuit, though.
Yeah.
Biscuit. Oh, Biscuit has a little bit more class than that, sweetie. But not really.
Such a good video.
Yes.
Today was a riot on Slim's channel. It was a good premiere to it all, so I'm hoping more people will come Saturdays. If you guys don't know Slim Living Cyborg, or if you're not sub to his channel, you should go sub. But Saturdays, for those who don't know, Biscuit and Cookie McSweet Tits do a little show talking coffee, and we just talk all sorts of nonsense, and we had people laughing, and it was a good time.
So I think that we need more of that in the community. We need more laughter. We need more jokes. We need more humor.
Yeah.
Because all we are is a debate community. And we turn against each other very quickly just because we disagree on certain topics. And we keep dividing ourselves. Sorry, what? Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah, bringing some humor back into it. There was times where, when I first came in, it seemed like there was a lot of humor, and then it seemed like it started to evolve to a lot of screaming. I don't know if people agree with that or not. But I feel like some of the humor went away with some of the content creators. But the thing I love about Biscuit the most is so many of these flat earthers are so beyond homophobic. So who better to troll them than a drag queen?
I think that we should actually do a debate between a flat earther and Biscuit. I always want to say Cookie, but Biscuit.
Yeah, Biscuit. And the thing is, she doesn't even have to use science. That's the other thing is you don't have to use science to point out the stupid. I understand this. Biscuit understands the science and everything else like that, but may not be able to convey it out. But you can very easily point out stupid and point out how easily something can be debunked just by pure logical thinking, just really stupid stuff that's like all you got to do is this, and it that alone proves it.
Yep,
I think part of what made all of the humor kind of die down was when a lot of the flat earthers started to really hit below the belt with all of the pedo talk and things like that, and it's
That's
like
true.
that's when the gloves kind of came off, and it stopped being fun and games, and stopped being point and laugh, and it's like, no, now you're really attacking people with
Yeah, you're
something
going too
that
far.
has nothing
Right.
to do with, is it a flat Earth? Is it a sphere? Is it? I mean,
Right.
that's just going way too far.
Right.
I'm going to actually cut in real quick. I want you guys to go back to it because I am enjoying that conversation. We have 20 people watching concurrently right now. That is a record for our channel. So
Nice.
thank you guys very
Yeah,
much.
thanks
Yeah,
everyone
yeah.
for
watching.
coming
Awesome.
by and watching our little crazy stuff. I'm gonna
Like
fall back
Terry
onto
says,
like. Oop, go ahead.
oh, just quickly, like Terry says, don't attack the person, attack the argument.
Right. You know, I, Biscuit does poke fun of, in the latest video of Daniel Pratt, and probably will poke fun, but it's gonna poke fun more so of their logic and thinking. I think is what, while still kind of pointing and laughing at who they are, but also the things that they're saying. The problem too could be the fact that Globers are just as guilty as going around calling them stupid things, and then they call us stupid things back, and then we point and we don't go as far as what they say as like the whole pedo stuff and N-word uh um apologists or whatever else like that, but it's still one of those where let them, if they want to say those things, and I'm not condoning that they say it, but it's still one of those, let them say it and don't address that they said it. Just keep pointing and laughing at the stupid logic they have. When you go to address it, that's when they're going to say like, oh, look, I said this word, they got triggered by it, that they made a whole video about that, rather than making a video about how they're still wrong with flat earth stuff.
It's about the negative, any form of reinforcement that they get from it, positive or negative. And this is actually something else that is a classic symptom of somebody who's been abused before. They will crave that attention, positive or negative.
Yeah.
And that is not victim blaming. It's not their fault. It just is one of those weird quirks of human psychology. So when we see stuff like this, we shouldn't reinforce their behavior in any way, and we should ignore it completely. I don't think that Daniel Pratt should even be put on Irish Demon's channel, even to say, hey, look at what this guy said about me.
Yeah.
And that's hard to do. That is extremely hard to do. When somebody attacks you, you go into that fight mode. Like LittleWolf said, those gloves come off, and you want to start throwing those jabs.
Right. And then it's just a constant back and forth, until you get someone saying like what Pratt said. But I think pointing and laughing at their arguments with things, I'm going to try to throw a lot of humor in it, make fun of myself while in there, or Biscuit make fun of herself while she's in there, while making fun of the flat earther, but also pointing out the stupidity behind the science that they claim is science.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's the part I 100% agree with. But when it starts to get homophobic, racist,
right,
suicide apologetics,
yeah,
then it is not acceptable. I don't think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and I'm going to use one of Multi Tom Tom's videos because he talks about Cyman Dan being gay or something like that. So again, who better to troll him in a video than Biscuit? You want to say that in a video? All right, let's let Biscuit say it, and I think that's just going to make it all the more hilarious. And if he wants to come out and say stuff more about like gay people or something like that, he's just, it's not where I'm still going to go after him and be like, oh, you're disgusting for saying that. It'll be making fun of, the LGBT community and how, not making fun of them in a bad way, but like playing along the lines of like, oh, you say this? Well, let's let this drag queen poke fun of you because it's just funny. You want to be a homophobic? Well, guess what? someone who's a homo is going to make fun of you now.
So there,
Eat that.
there is something I want to do. So who's the most homophobic flirf we know of?
I'd probably have to go with Pratt or
Nope.
I'd say Witsit.
yeah,
Nope.
Witsit.
Russian vids.
Oh, I haven't
Never
seen
had much
enough
to do
Russian
with
vids.
nah.
So, Nickel, suicide apologetic is. I'm sorry, I'm going to go right back to that point, but this
Yeah.
needs to be addressed real quick. A suicide apologetic is someone that is advocating for other people to do suicide. And we are seeing this happen more and more. When somebody loses a debate, they tell somebody else to go kill themselves. When somebody starts getting mad, they tell someone else to go kill themselves. That is them advocating for suicide, just as someone would be advocating for God or religion or something else. But I digress. So the most homophobic flat earther that we have in the community of all times, historical philosopher's close. He said 33 UC. It's Russian vids.
Jason's pretty bad too, though.
Jason is extremely bad as well. But what do you think Russian vids would do if he saw Cookie? No, I'm sorry, Biscuit. I keep wanting to say Cookie because I just made cookies.
Yeah.
And Eve
Nice.
at the same time.
Oh, believe me, Eve is going to be a part of a video at one point. There is going to be a Biscuit and Eve video. For those of you who don't know, my fiance does drag, and her name is the original Eve, which is awesome because that in itself is a troll. The original Eve goes off of being the original woman and showing the power of womanhood.
And then after all this crap's gone with COVID, you and Slim get together and the three of you do a show.
Yeah, I would love to see that.
Hell
And I
yeah.
think another part of it too is we are losing the ones like Pratt and Thompson and stuff like that. And now a lot of them are like digging through Twitter and Facebook and Instagram to find all of these like wholly unknown flat earthers who think they have a new argument, but their arguments are things that we've covered like within the last decade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Brandon was a fun one to play with, but he didn't last too long.
I was hoping that Feral Man would show up to debate me because he had no real evidence. But yeah, he didn't show up.
Not sure I know who that is. Or are you talking about
Instagram.
Lindsay?
Instagram guy.
When you
Oh,
say
the guy
Pharaoh
who
Man, I
claimed he
think
was-
of Lindsay.
The guy who claimed he was a professional pilot and skydive instructor.
Exactly. That's why I was talking to you about all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll get you a link, Tusk. I really want to know who they are, but I agree that I don't think it's for everyone.
Yeah, public, yeah.
So maybe we can do a small group area temporarily or something like that. Yeah, give me.
Yeah, fine.
Surf will probably have it before any of us can do it because Surf is fast
Surf
as
had
hell.
delay, and I got it before everybody. So that's score one for foe.
I take second.
Yeah.
Surf, what the fuck, man? You're getting slow in your age.
Yeah.
Well, not enough people are giving him bacon and steak.
Yeah, I know, right?
All the bacon's going to LittleWolf.
Yeah.
But our community is dying slowly, and it will die out within the next 2 years. There's nothing new. We already see this is actually a great example of evolution as well. We see all of these channels changing in order to survive. Look at Team Skeptic. He went to Karen's. Look at the explosion in his channel that happened, 5,000 subs in 3 months.
Yeah, definitely.
Look at Ragical, the discount Sir Sick. He's not the discount Sir Sick anymore. The discount Sir Sick is now Sir Sick.
Hey, and speaking of, he has put a new D&D cartoon out, him and the wife. It's amazing. Go watch it.
But the reason why we are losing so many people in our community is because all of this hateful rhetoric against people who don't deserve it, frankly.
Right.
But the shock value was there, and now it's gone. So,
well, and that's like with, you know, that's why as far as my channel goes, and I know LittleWolf with his and stuff, we, you know, I've done some flat Earth stuff on my channel, but I don't want it to be all about flat Earth. I know LittleWolf has done a flat Earth thing or two on his. You know, Biscuit currently is kind of doing the flat Earth thing, but it's going to be more so either just straight up science deniers, Karens, or people just being dumb. You know, I might even make fun of skydivers at one point.
I'm going to have to get the Flat Earth simulator game or whatever it is, because I don't really want to touch Flat Earth, but I like gaming, so I will go and rip that apart. Really not worth it?
A perfectly balanced game with no exploits or cheats.
No, do you
wait.
guys...
So it's a level playing field?
Badoom ching.
The learning curve is pretty flat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's correct, Tusk. People are leaving because it's no fun anymore. I've gotten over it. I got sick of people watching people yell at other people.
Yeah. I don't mind watching created content. You know, if it's people putting out a 15-20 minute video about a flat earther and doing a quick debunk, that I don't mind. I love watching that stuff still. But the debate stuff and the 2-hour stream of them talking with the flat earther, that needs to just be done and over with, because it's pointless.
There's no point to it.
I did kind of want to see the JM Truth FTFE one the other night. I was there for maybe 5 minutes, but then I had some things that I needed to get going. Sounds like it wasn't much of a watch anyways, but it would have just been, I was more interested to see, you know, JM after, you know, 6-7 months of him not really debating it or talking about it from, you know, what I've seen. So
yeah, JM really didn't change any of the shit that he normally said. Like, it's worse than Nathan Thompson with his intro.
yeah,
It's exactly the same, just said different because he can't fucking talk straight.
Well, Nathan Thompson even knows that flat Earth is dead because, you know, it seemed like more of his videos recently, he'll still talk about flat Earth, but he does seem to be going more along the way of like, why do you wear a mask? Blah 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 blah. You know, and trying to go more so of like the frauditor route, versus the flat Earth route. And I think he's probably doing that just to try to get the views as well. But agreed with Facty and LittleWolf. You know, I still love Toon. I love watching MC Toon, just because he is calm and he keeps things going, and it truly seems like he wants to actually teach them something, versus getting them to say something so we can point and laugh and start screaming.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. MC Toon is really good because of the way he debates. Him and I have a very similar debate style. I did lose my mind on my last debate I had. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit. I talked about this at the beginning while Mute fucked us over and made it so we couldn't. Oh, that's right. Mute's still here. Oops. I'm just kidding. When Mute had his technical issues, here is a link to STST's most recent live stream. At the end, 45 minutes or so, last hour, I started debating a guy named Edward LaCour, who is a miserable piece of shit. He started claiming that all people who are Islamic are terrorists. And it was an irreprehensible position to have. But he delivered it in a way that sounded logical if you didn't look into any of this shit. And people did the bare minimum of research and showed him that he was wrong, and he disagreed with it. And he said, "No, I'm not wrong, you're wrong." And it was Flurf Tactics 101 from him too.
Yeah. Like I say, did I watch some of that? A big issue with his argument was he wanted to point at the wrong of one religion without pointing or looking at the wrong in his own religion. You know, how about, like I was saying earlier when it was just us not live, you know, if you want to argue against certain things or make certain points, how about you fix the wrong that's in your own community or in your own beliefs before you attack another person's beliefs? You know, like he was trying to say that basically every Muslim out there is basically a terrible person and all these bad things about it, and that Christianity was great and wonderful. And you were trying to say to him, you know, like, look at the KKK. They use Christian values and they're terrible people. You know, a lot of Christians don't follow with the KKK. Same with a bunch of Muslims don't follow with ISIS or whatnot. And he wasn't getting it. And he was like, well, Christianity should only go off the New Testament. That's the whole point of it, and yada yada. And it's like, but most Christians, when they want to vilify someone, they, you know, or say someone's wrong, they don't go off just the New Testament. So how about you fix your own religion first before you point at the flaws in others? Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, look at me, a Bible scholar.
Is he picking on
'cause-
all religions or just specifically Muslims?
Specifically Muslims.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I was gonna say because I was muted to the outside. Let me say that again. Yeah. That's actually a Bible verse. I actually think it's from the New Testament, but it might be the Old Testament. It's been a while since I've read a Bible. But
He who without sin cast the first stone.
there's that one, but there's also
Thou shalt cover thy neighbor's ass?
no. I think it's a proverb. God, it's been a while, but it's a goes along the lines of before you try and move what's the word that's used, like a
Good job, Mute. I'm glad you came in and interrupted us.
I know my brain just
It just started and shit itself.
yeah, you know, you get the point in your head, and then you go to talk, and it goes, "Oh, look, no, come back, no." Oh. So, anyways, it's something about, like, before you try and remove a splinter from your neighbor's eye, remove the branch from your own, or something along those lines. Like I said, but yeah.
Yeah. So it was that was pretty good. We have all been there, so don't worry. Had to give you a little bit of shit
Yeah.
for it. Womp womp. Went into flurf mode. Yeah.
And then Mute Donkey got muted.
Um, that worked out way too well. I like it. But yeah, exactly. It's so asinine, and he was trying to also use human rights for his argument. Like how Islam is so against certain human rights and blah blah blah. And I wanted to be like, dude, in so many countries, do you know how much Christianity kills in the name of God? Like, there's so many people out there who follow it and will be like, these people shall die because the Christian faith and whatnot. And it's like, again, look at your own religion before you look at others. And the other thing I would say is Christians have done so many nasty things over the years, or not all Christians, obviously. Like we'll use the term he would like to use against Islam, radical Christians, terrorist Christians, doing this, where it's such a commonplace of people killing in the name of Christianity. Again, not all Christians, like this is a very small few, that it just kind of I don't want to say became the norm, but it's been so commonplace after a long time that you don't maybe hear about it like you would with Islam right now.
Apparently,
So,
it's Matthew
yeah.
7:5. You hypocrite,
Okay.
first take the plank out of your own eye, and then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's eye.
Okay.
Sorry, had to look it up. I kind of had a brain fart too, because earlier I was gonna say another weird thing with like the flat earthers is how they're starting to try and change their rhetoric and say, well, the earth isn't flat, it's bumpy, it has mountains and hills and valleys, and it's like, but you're still saying it's not a globe, so
Yeah. I just want to make something aware quick. I don't think it's affecting anything on our stream, but it says error, YouTube not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience, and then it says open widget. And I would imagine people
No,
are
we're
still
good.
hearing us okay.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
good.
Yeah, it's
Cool.
still good.
Okay. Just wanted to let that be known. Okay.
I think this is the first Sunday morning where I've never had an actual internet issue.
Yeah.
There's
I
a huge
updated
air
my.
pulse hitting the north side of the world.
But damn.
Hey, I just got buffering. What'd you do?
I need to turn off my camera, says Facty. What are you seeing? Right. Like Sir said, we're not on camera anyways. As long as everyone can still hear us okay, we're not coming in choppy, then I guess it doesn't really matter.
Yeah. We could
Yeah, I
always
mean,
go on camera and scare the crap out of them, but what else?
Yeah.
I actually can't do that. I have my shotgun behind me.
I was shocked. I updated my router recently. I had a 6-year-old router, and it just goes to show how far back in technology I am since I last built computers and stuff. I quadrupled my download speeds and tripled my upload speeds just by changing out my damn router. So it makes me wonder what would change if I were to actually change out the modem too. Oh, it's like a 6-year-old. Fuck, what is it? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it definitely was not one that could do the best download stuff from an ISP. So I think it probably is bottlenecked around the speed that we are getting right now. I think it's an Eris. Yeah, everyone got quiet in the chat. So what
Yeah.
else?
Wait for them to catch up.
Mhm.
It's okay. We'll wait.
Just stay silent.
Awkward silence, in the immortal words of Steaming Cup of Reason.
I love when he says that. It's so hilarious when he says
Yeah.
it.
So just a quick question back to your internet there, Tanner. How do you actually connect your modem? Is it like copper wire line, optical
Just cable.
cable? Yeah.
Yeah, coax cable to the modem, and then obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but it's our apartment is very bizarre. Something's wrong with the cable input into this apartment, anyways. There should be hookups in both the bedrooms and in the living room, but I don't know how they routed it or what worked, but basically they kind of had to like reroute from one bedroom out to the living room, and we had to put it on a splitter. So the splitter then was causing issues. So I had to upgrade the splitter to something that didn't have as much noise interference in it, and it's all sorts of weird. So that's some of the things too. But
Yeah.
I did notice the last live stream I didn't have as many issues, or I didn't notice as many going into the yellow or dropping frames since the new router update compared to the old one. But...
Like sometimes through the day, like midday around then, I'll have dropouts if I'm streaming with Alien or anyone else. But over night time, I can run my own stream. I can record the video. I can have it on Discord at the same time. And I only have 1.5 meg down and like 5 meg up. So it's slow as hell, but it still works really well at nighttime.
Maybe the moon is a dish.
It could be.
It is the
moon here a bit.
electromagnetism coming from the sun. It's just all that. So much.
Yeah.
So much ions and crazy stuff.
Oh my god, pause.
Let me draw a butt and some boobs on the whiteboard for you to debunk the globe Earth.
And the inverted triangles.
Oh, yes.
With just the tips.
Just the tip.
Vortexes. Yeah.
Here's the positive side, underneath the negative side, the spiritual world.
Oh yeah, I forgot he said that at the one point. This is the non-physical and this is the physical. So we're like, oh, so there are ghosts and they live under the earth.
Wow.
We should get J.L. Warren to talk to him.
Yeah.
Well, no, because JL's now switching his story and saying that, oh, I don't believe in ghosts, when he, in fact, 100% believes in ghosts, whether or not he actually does or not. He believes in ghosts.
I mean, he was hunting them with Steve and Alien one time, I thought. So he 100% believes in ghosts.
So, I mean, anything else he says is just a filthy lie. He believes in ghosts because he hunted them with Steve.
Right.
Yeah.
I did watch that.
That was pretty funny.
I just love how people will give him crap over that, and it's like, I'm over here saying, I'm pagan, I believe in ghosts, and everybody's like, yeah, it's okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's just it's just the thing we get him on, like what we do with Crafty Keela and her tree or turdy tree thing for her accent.
Yeah, turdy tree.
None of us hate that. We think it's hilarious. So we make fun of her for it.
All right.
Yeah.
She's
And
still
JL's
wrong
in
about
denial,
bacon.
whereas you aren't.
Exactly.
Yeah, she's still wrong about bacon.
Oh, my
completely.
God, that pissed me off.
She's wrong.
I was 2
Just
seconds
wrong.
away from unsubbing right there. Like,
All right. Well, you know what? We could probably call it a day here if, pretty good stream.
yeah, we had a good stream.
LittleWolf was kind of quiet with his new headset. He should have been speaking more.
I've just been listening and my brain kept farting.
I think
Is
that
it-
all of us were just way too tired for this today.
Yeah, I got 3 hours of sleep, and I as most people know, I've been dealing with migraines. The last 3 days have actually been kind of nice, but now it's where I go to bed, I'm tired, and I cannot get comfortable for the life of me. I toss and turn for like 4 hours.
Mm.
And I just forget to sleep.
It happens. What? Well then, what? Yep. Huh?
No, I was just going to say, I see Alien's awake and sitting in his channel, but he's just, no, I'm not going to go watch the Swordsman. Screw those guys.
Oh, what a dick.
Yeah, I know, right?
He's gonna go on our shit list.
I'm going over there now after this to give him hell. Yeah, I will. Put a big invite in his chat.
Yeah.
put it in the
Everybody run over to Alien X's channel, yell at Alien X, and then come back over to the Swordsman Discord, and we'll all chat in there.
Right, or have him tell him that he needs to come watch the stream rather than sit in his thing. Like, that's kind of a dick move to not watch our stream. As soon as he shows up, we'll just end the show.
Right.
We'll just say, "All right, guys, thanks for coming. Have a good day."
I'll just flip it right then. Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of funny. Oh.
God, buffering. Okay, I'm gonna run the exit if you guys want to say goodbye.
Yeah, no worries.
All right,
let's do
bye,
that.
pets.
We're gonna head out so it doesn't buffer. Bye.
Hey, everybody.
Yes, Microraptor. LittleWolf is our furry pillow.
Yes.
Yep. He's just big enough for us to all get our heads on.
Very comfy. As the outro's probably playing.
No, not yet.
Oh
Almost.
wow.
I-
Now